Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to
Weekly WAYPN. You forgot.
Well, it's because we were doing the
podcast video.
Yes, we were, and then we came here, and I forgot the.
Yes.
Just and like the Justin Gray.
No,
the Justin Gray.
Just in case you didn't know.
Oh.
It's Justin Gray. Well, I didn't get my life sorted in time for WIP, and I didn't get the materials I wanted for the base, so went with what I had laying around like old hammer. Lots of things I could and did learn from this model. I was going to go with battle-worn armor, but only did the chain sword in the end. Kind of hinting that he is so good at using it that it's the only thing that the enemy comes into contact with. Wow. Inspiration image included of Sipt is I think
Captain Tycho.
Oh, Captain Tycho. Okay.
Sipt. Yes, we'll have to add this to the thing. Sipt Tycho.
Well, it does sound cool.
Sipt Tycho.
That's a good character name, I think. Anyhow, I think I've always known my style of painting, and I enjoy getting nice blends and improving. The world of contrast paints and airbrushes would be my next step in painting advancement. Ooh. I always feel like my basing needs to evolve, but it looks so good. And I must invest in some different materials for this, or at least change the color scheme, but it seems to match what I've painted what lately. Yes, so stuck with it. Wasn't sure about the helmet and wanted it kind of rolling away. Oh, okay, as though it's been cast aside and it's his fit of rage, but decided he'd have done so and it would be at rest instead of moving by the time he charged. Really hope you enjoy him. Critique and comment always welcomed.
Okay, so okay, interesting. No, because when
it's one piece of picture.
No, it's multiple.
Oh, okay. How did he make it look like that?
I know, right? Like, that's why when I clicked that one, I'm like, huh? Okay? No.
Justin has unlocked the secrets of
yes.
Facebook. Teach us your ways.
Yeah. What's Nani? Teleports behind you.
But look at that. I love the orange highlights with the red shadow.
The only thing that I'm going to say on the basing is it's my personal preference, but I don't like that kind of flocking as much. But I think that's only because I've sort of been brought up on the static grass, Well, but I do think it fits, right?
It does. It fits very beautifully. It's because
it seems much more like the kind of weeds that would pop out of rubble. Do you know that place near the folks where we get a park?
Yeah.
And you can't get a park anywhere, and there's those weeds that will pop out of just about anywhere.
So. The cracks and things.
Yeah, and those sorts of weeds just survive anywhere. And that's kind of the thing that it feels like. And see, when we were talking about verisimilitude, I think that's what you need more than anything. You need the feel. You don't need the reality. You need the feel.
No. So the feel, it's all about just when you look at it, it makes sense to the eye. And the composition, the colors, they all fit.
Yeah, I very much like how he's done the highlights and such, even on the helmet.
But I did find it a bit strange that the helmet is yellow, but the rest of him is red.
Well, because I think that's meant to denote a rank or something. He might be a sergeant or somebody who's of higher rank.
Oh, right? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So taking a look at this, right? I like I very much like the chipped chainsword, and I get the idea in which you were talking about the storytelling, right? But I think if that was the case, what should also be the case is that just his hand and his gauntlet on both hands should have that same sort of chipping.
One.
Yeah, and then everything else is beautiful. Because, see, that would sort of more sell that story, or even if it's just the hands,
Yeah.
right? Because I think you can convey that message, right? But the way that I would convey that message, right, is in a way that he hasn't at all, which is blood streaks, right, and just sort of have it as if, like, that's the only thing that he gets on him, sort of thing, right?
But maybe it's a bit difficult with the reds.
Yes,
already
that's true. That's true. And you know, he did say that, like, he's going for the sort of much more sort of clean thing, which I feel is like I feel like that's going to be very hard to pull off.
Yeah, because if you're trying to express the black rage, is it the black rage?
Yes.
Then you've got this like immense rage and just like a massacring kill of everything. There should be a lot of blood involved.
But what I do think is absolutely fantastic here, right, is, for example, all of this evocative storytelling without saying a whole lot. Like, it's not just a war zone that's just happened, right? It's something that's ongoing. It's something that's been continuing, and I feel like that's a great story. But I guess we should actually talk about the mini. I really love the shading that he's done. It's just really nice, you know, like these nice sharp edge highlights, and then like these much more sort of softer, you know, I'm going to sound very wanky, but the specular highlights, you know, those highlights that sort of spread out due to the sun hitting it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think all of that looks really good. I think, like,
the face is spot on though. Like, it's really put a lot of effort into the face, and it has come out.
I'm gonna see if we. See, I feel like the basing's fantastic, and that's, as you guys know, one of my favorite things. But here, see, even on this angle, right, you can sort of see the direction of the light. It's coming from this way, right? Yeah. And you can see it hitting here and here, but I'm not sure. Would it be? I'm trying to get that angle. I'm trying to just sort of angle it so that I can see. I guess it wouldn't, but see, I think even just here there'd be a bit of a highlight. You don't think so?
No. Everywhere he's done it is correct.
Okay.
It won't go that far after
But
that.
yeah, I'm going to see if I can find that Captain Tycho image. I very much like that he's incorporated the transfers by like doing some bits of scratches and that. I think that's good. Do we have the Captain Tycho image? There we go. So that's the Captain Tycho.
Oh, but he's got like a mask on him.
Yes, he does, but I think that's sort of the expression he was going for.
Okay.
But what I was really hoping for was so I'm gonna choose this one. No, maybe not that one. And I'm gonna see if we can get this angle here. Take a close up on that face.
You know, something else that I thought of after seeing that Captain Tycho is that if he could add that sort of saliva and frothing at the mouth sort of happening, it would have easily shown that sort of rage without the blood splatters and things like that.
You know what? I think you would have been. I think you would have been correct in that.
Because he looks like someone in the will to fight phase.
Oh yeah. Well, people aren't going to know that because that's our game.
Yeah, well, but you kind of get what I'm saying just by saying that. Like you're imposing your will to fight to the end, no matter what. You know, that's what it looks like actually.
This guy.
No, that guy. The way he's painted the model. That this guy with immense will, just going on to just kill all his enemies.
So I think what I'd like to say is, if you can force a perspective and you can have it shot down the barrel like this, I think that you get to tell the story that you want to tell. That, you know, he's somebody who's discarded his helmet and he's rushing off to battle and that sort of thing, right? But I think the problem, it being a 3D thing, you see the helmet off here, which is beautifully painted. It's just, I don't think everybody will get it unless they start out at this angle.
Perhaps.
Right? But
yeah, that's an interesting point that I didn't think of. Yeah.
Well, because like what we're trying to do is, you know, help them, you know, tell them what they did right, what they did wrong, you know,
how to improve, where to improve, not say.
And see, I think that's one of the things, you know, storytelling is a key element. And I think one of the biggest issues, right, is that you don't have any way of showing that that's thrown there, right? Whereas the only way I think you could do it, right, is by having dust through this ruin, right? And then sort of drawing a line with the helmet, right?
Yeah, sort
to
of
that area.
tumbling
Yeah,
around.
you know, like it's
yeah, and the helmet should be off kilt, not perfectly sort of resting there, and it could even be upside down, you know, on the top little rectangular piece.
Oh yeah, and so like the interior's empty, sort of thing.
Yeah. So it really shows off that he's thrown that helmet off. It came from him, rather than it looking like
it could be somebody
else, especially because it's a different color. You know, and it could be like another space marine died here. You know, that's a story angle that people can get just by looking at it. You don't say anything. That's an impression I would get.
But I feel like the face is the thing that he's done the best.
Yeah, but I think that's the feature he was focusing on, the face. Yeah.
I'm still not 100% here on like that sort of
I think it's blood.
Well, I'm not sure if it is blood or not, or if it's meant to be sort of like an extreme shadow. And see, that's what I was sort of getting at before. That when I look at it, right, if I look at it from this angle, exactly this angle, I feel like I get all of his story, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm not looking from exactly this angle, I don't. But we have spent a lot of time on this one. Yeah. So I think, well, obviously Justin did very well. Otherwise, we wouldn't be spending so long talking about it. Yeah. And don't worry about missing out. This is a lot more stress-free environment, so we can comment more liberally and we can tell you, you know, our thoughts, and we don't sort of have to, you know, hold things back as much. Yeah. I think you did really well.
The basing is spot on.
The bait
really. Oh gosh.
But like, I think like all of the things that you could do for improvement are like so minor. And see, I think that's the issue. He's going up to that competition level painting, so you should probably be asking people like Alan, like Genuine Vision / Stephen, like James / Brushstrokes, right? These or other Alan, you know.
Yeah, the two Allens. The Allen twins.
Yes.
And yes.
Because I think for us, right, we're going to be able to do The Emperor Has No Clothes. We've got a decent amount of knowledge, but once you sort of start entering that realm,
like the really high level painting.
And also the other thing is, right, when it comes into some of those things, it's not necessarily how good a painter you are, right? And I'm not saying it's not who you know, it's not what you know, right? You got to know what they like where Alan was saying, oh, these people want like really high saturation, really intense shadow shifts. And it looks good, right? But me personally, I like stuff like this more, right? But that's sort of my thing, right? And, you know, by the same token, with the down here and the flocking, like I entered some Raging Heroes things, and one of the things that they said is, sorry, I'll do the thing. He's You see the head static grass. You never do this. That is a mistake. Okay. and like it was like that, but yeah. So let us move on. So we've got up next Joseph.
I primed last night and I've had the airbrush out for about 2 hours this morning. Hulk Flesh is ready for extreme highs and lows. Okoye's red is probably finished. Black Panther might get away with a Nullen oil wash or glaze before detail work begins. And I think Okoye is one of the people with Black Panther, one of the warrior females.
I'm not sure. Oh, okay. What?
Ah!
There is video.
Let us look at video.
He moves.
Look at that.
Yes.
I gotta say, he looks really like exactly from the comics.
He does look very glossy though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reckon that the eyes are so much better.
But look at the detailing that he's got in his face. It's really good.
Yeah. But remember how we were talking the other day, and when I say the other day, I can't remember when this was, because all the days blur together.
Yes, they do.
And soon the end will come.
Yes.
Sorry, what was I saying?
You were talking about the other day.
Right, yes, the other day. Joseph was having his googly eye issue, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't seem to have that issue
yet.
Yeah,
and like this seems like very tiny eyes to me, right? Even though it's a bigger model. And I think, yeah, he's much improved. And we'll obviously see this evolve as it goes along. And I think what we'll do is we'll comment when Hulk finished. Hulk finish.
But it does have that comic look that it's going for right now.
Lainey has finished up.
Oh, I see that she's added the little sword at the front. Or was that already there the last time?
I think it was there last time, but I think she's done some more detailing. Do you want to read out?
Bad lighting and bad camera, but it's my test model Space Wolf done. Not perfect. No, this is the same post. We've done this post before. I know that exact caption. Did we set it to newest post?
We did. I think.
Yeah, this is too far. We've already done all that.
Yeah. No. I'm just scrolling down, seeing if we. Okay. I'm
pretty sure we had covered that when in our previous video with Amma and Appa, and we talked about how the skin color and the hair color was very similar.
Yes, but we didn't talk about Justin's thing, and this one is.
Yeah, so it's a bit weird because I know this post and we've done this post. Oh, maybe okay. No, honey, look here. I think it's that extra picture in the comments, was it not? That because it was updated with the comments, I think that's why the
6 May.
With
5
the
days
picture.
ago. Oh, have I stuffed things up? Yes.
Most relevant. That's what I thought.
I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So now I have to redo everything, redo my life.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
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 But I do know that Justin's was the first one.
Yeah, because he posted after we posted the video, or just before we posted the video.
Yeah. So we did the other two things, and we go, all right, we're back on track. Okay, everybody, remain calm. I'm not crazy.
Hooray!
A clinical doctor told me.
Did you ever have a day of painting that seems to have twice as many hours in it as the clock says it should? Yes! It was a long time ago. All of this was done today. Hulk alone should have taken me at least a day, and he was done shortly after lunch. Black Panther's black is done, and that's most of him. Okoye's red is done. Shuri had her blue and 2 different yellows finished. Killmonger is done from the waist down.
So I think we'll get to see the Hulk done more.
Yeah.
But yes,
Well,
Brushstrokes has done some more smooth butting.
I think it's the blue wires this time. that he's
Okay,
added.
so adding a couple of different washers makes the mini, but mostly I see this cabling here,
the cabling.
and I'm just like, ayo.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. That's why I'm like,
ayo.
yeah, I know. It's just
It's
so perfect.
too smooth.
It's
Go away.
but yeah, I think you just added the washers along here and that sort of thing. And
I do see some shadowing in the
in the metal
over-
parts
yeah.
because before they were all quite shiny. But it's a work in progress, and like one of the good things I like, right, is seeing his stuff, seeing other people's stuff, like him, Stephen, Alan,
Alan and Alan.
yeah.
That would be a nice little
Yes, we got. That's why I keep saying I'm going to AA. Okay. But yeah, like the thing is, it's just those little updates make people realize, oh, okay, this guy takes like a month to paint a thing, and he's like, I have a job and a family. Give me a break. He's like, and a YouTube.
And YouTube.
YouTube. J is for YouTube. And Z is for
Superman. Okay. Joseph once again.
Yes. Joseph's just like,
Oh yeah, I remember.
Gardening makes me die. And I'm like, okay, dude. Just
That's yes.
And so next up we've got Genuine Vision. And,
wow, look at
the
way he's done the claw, man.
Yeah, no, what upsets me is just how smooth that blending
transition.
Yeah, that blending goes, because like it seems so natural, and it seems almost instant into that straight black. But then you look at it, and I'm just like,
I see it.
And you're just like, oh yo.
Well, you gotta learn how to do that, I guess.
Alright, so do you want to read out?
Something a bit different and a change of pace to stretch the pinky muscles had a rummage through the drawers of neglect and found this fella and his pal. Made a start on him and stream yesterday with the skin liking so far. Nearly read that as yaday.
Yaday.
Ah.
Okay, so more shading. Yep, and see this is, so I can see it up here most prominently. Yeah, and once again, it's the same deal. I like seeing this stuff from the high level people, because like the thing is, obviously you can go to Steven's Twitch and see it live. If you have hours when you're not an Australian, like I remember the one time I caught his thing, everybody's so excitable and everybody's so happy, and I'm just like, it's 3 a.m.
It's a party.
Yeah, but like, imagine, because like, I can't remember the last time I was hungover, but imagine like being hungover and going to like an 8-year-old's birthday party.
Oh dear.
And like that's what it was.
You'd be like, why is it so loud? Everybody shut up.
Well, but see, like it was okay. No, it's more like having a depression hangover and go and like like it's not an actual hangover. You're just sad and miserable because it's 3 a.m. You're like, it's 3 a.m.
And then everyone there's like dooms.
Yeah, and like that. Yeah, and like that's what it was like, and I'm just like, where do you people find the
energy? And it's like it's the different time right now.
Yes, exactly. All right, all done except the bases. It's a shame it's work tomorrow. Yeah, no, it's nice. People have really put in some.
What?
I didn't like this one.
Oh, okay. I didn't forget to like as well.
It is the first time in a long time that I have forgotten to
like someone's post. Shame on you. Shame.
Yes.
There you go. I hope that made your day, Joseph.
Okay. And yes, of course, my regular sermon.
Yeah, yes.
Yes,
The
at least-
preacher Henry
Yes.
comes to us today.
At least I'm not the Tamil priest Auspex tactic.
Whatever. No, stop it, honey. Stop it.
Alright, so next up we've got Raina.
Oh my god, he's doing the bases that you do. The one that you made.
Oh yeah, I think these are Sector Mechanicus, but they're not printed ones. They're the
Official one?
yes, the official.
Official.
Yes.
This is a nice way to do these ones as well.
Yeah. My way is far more time consuming. Alright, so do you want to read out before we take a look?
While priming a few things, I knocked out a handful, 6 of these Necromunda bases to add to the stockpile. I tend to pre-paint bases if I have a consistent theme for something, and just pull one out when I need one. Yeah. The second pick is a stock of something. Various pre-painted bases for other projects. Does anyone else enjoy base painting?
Yes. So I have something very similar to these, and they are a much more intensive process, but also because they're the 3D printed versions of the Sector Mechanicum bases. They're not these Necromunda bases. So instead of just being straight steel, like they've got the cabling.
Yeah, the cabling, and they're also different colors. Like you've done the metallics for it, and then like the panels are actually a cream color, and then you've got like the chip rust paint and all that.
So what I do is, so this would sort of be my base sort of thing, right? But what I actually do is I do what a lot of other people don't do with basing, right? So I will do the steel, and then I'll do salt, and then I will do the rust, and then I will remove some of the I'll remove the salt.
Let it dry first, and then after that you'll brush off the salt.
So, and see, like, the thing is, it will give those micro impressions.
Yeah.
And then I will do the paint, and see, the thing is, I actually do 2 layers of paint, as if, you know, this has been repainted at some point in time. And see, like, the thing is, that way it sort of got those layers to it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And do the salt between.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like, that's a little too much of a for a base, because, like, people don't pay attention.
I like the bases.
I know you like the bases. Basing is fun.
Yes.
Basing
so, in answer to Raina Paint's question, I like the bases.
Yes. His question is answered yes.
I like it when the bases come out. But yes, I looked at these ones and I'm like, too intense.
Those remind me of
that is so nice.
Oh, it is. But that one, the purple and the green ones, kind of give me a Wizard of Oz vibe.
Really? Interesting.
He doesn't care what I think.
No, that's that, you know.
That's
she just lives here.
Yeah, I do. I just live here.
Okay, so would you like to read up?
Yeah, my
and also you keep sharing. You can't even make an original post.
Honey, stop it.
No, because then the text is not up here. It's down there.
You've got to stop complaining about. My WIP photos get smaller and smaller. Continuing with Cormac from @Black Crow Miniatures by the awesome #Lucaspina, I finally decided to start on the birds. One would be a robin, which we have a few cheeky examples of residing in our garden, and the other will probably be a cold tit. A cold tit, honey.
Ayo.
It's cold titties. Cold titties day. Need a robin to warm them up. Robin first, second, I think is what he's saying with that. He is mostly done. Few wee tweaks yet to do. Never painted a robin before.
Wee tweets?
Before, and I'm rather chuffed how the little chap came out. Yeah.
Yes. So he needs to add text so that it'll be up here. So
honey, stop.
No, I refuse.
You're being a me.
You know, it's called a mini potato is what you mean.
A mini potato.
So yeah, I am very much liking how the robins are looking.
See his butthole.
Honey, stop.
It's so cute.
Stop. You need to stop.
So cute.
But
But yes, he is.
his eyes, I guess like that's probably how it looks in nature, but it's so odd, just that white dot.
I suppose.
You know, I'm guessing it. Well, like we don't really have robins around here as much, or certainly not near the house.
Yeah, the cats would have gotten to them.
Yes,
I've seen them kill these cute little chubby birds, and it makes me so sad.
But yeah, no, the robins come like it just looks so natural.
I think he's done the stippling technique to try to make those tiny micro feather look at this. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's just
It's
done
beautiful.
the strokes. Yeah, it really is. But also, going back to it, I really find that this is what I think helps sell the idea of WAYPN. The idea that these painters, right? They don't just make something. It doesn't appear out of nowhere, right? He's been working on this and he's been working on that, and like they slowly appear. We've got more from Rainer, and I think this guy's from start to finish, so I think we've got to watch our way through. But I think he started out with green, so start to finish, Exorcist Space Marine.
There's an Exorcist Space Marine?
Yes.
Oh my god.
They're a chapter of Dark Angels, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Well, I never heard of Exorcists.
Space
Marines.
I know all of their rituals and like their background, but now I'm like, don't tell me that they're a Ultramarine successor chapter. They might be though.
Are they going around like releasing people from demon possessions or something?
So the background lore to them is, now I'm pretty sure this is the right chapter, but essentially what they do as their rite of passage is they deliberately get their new recruits to be a demon host, which means they get them to be infected by a demon, and the new recruit has to expel the demon from themselves.
From themselves.
Yes, through their own willpower.
Whoa! Oh
Yes.
shit! Sorry, I thought it was It's appropriate.
Swearing.
It was a scene from True Detective, and it's appropriate now.
Yes.
Anyway.
We're going to get a black mark on our record.
No. Was asked to paint this as part of a display at my local so I figured I would knock it out as a test. Practiced red shading, gold, and freehand and black painted metal. So you did non-metallic metal, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Nums. Okay, so let's take a look. And the one thing that I said on here, right, is awesome freehand, but I have to give a shout out to the local hobby shops. They are what has made this hobby go around for the longest time, and they are getting snowed under. Support them if you can.
Exactly.
And the only reason I wanted to re-shout that out is because I feel like that's true now more than ever. Like our local hobby haunts are disappearing, and Barnes & Noble, Amazon, they're not the same. You gotta pay the rent if you want to have a place to play. Mm-hmm. Alright, so he starts out with green, and then he goes over with the McCanny red from whatever this is.
Is it candy red?
No, McCanny. McCanny red?
It's from a paint range we've never seen before, so.
Yeah. Then he starts blocking in the blacks.
It's a bit interesting that he started off with green and then did red.
No, I understand why he did that as a strong contrast, but I don't see much because I guess there's some green in here in his shadows, right? And what he wants is
desaturated shadow.
Yeah. Rather than just being a straight black sort of thing,
It maybe,
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what he wants, right?
Makes sense.
So he still wants high saturation, but like a change in color tone. That's what I'm guessing.
Well, it does seem to be that way.
But yeah, so then I think he's painted on the tactical markings. Oh man, there's a bit of a jump there from here to this one.
And then suddenly all the edge highlights and everything gone into place. Ooh, look at the base. Oh, I've seen you have one of these bases.
Yeah, that's the starter base.
I've seen one that's like a beach, and I've seen one that's like a different one.
Yeah, no. So the black metals come out really nicely.
Yeah,
I like the eyes.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think that the what is it called? Specular highlights have come out very well. Like, I think he's done very well. So I think the light's coming from sort of this way.
Yeah, I guess I can see why he's done that green undercoat. It makes the red not so too vibrant. It just makes it more just like a red. Not a super vibrant candy red, but a more desaturated red.
Perhaps. I can't say 100% that I am sure.
It's not that it's not bad. It looks fantastic. Oh,
So,
look at the skull there.
Yeah, I think it's really well done, but I think it should be smaller technically. But like, I'm not going to give somebody a hard time for like not being 100% perfect with a freehand, because I certainly know I can't. All right. So, what can be improved in your opinion?
Maybe we should take a closer look at him, like
A closer look shall do. Ooh.
It looks pretty perfect to me.
Well, like, I think that's the issue, right?
Well,
I think he did it as a part of a competition for a local shop, right? This isn't for Golden Demons. This isn't for anything like that, right? And you know what? I'm just going to say, do you remember that time where we talked about Joseph, and I think we talked about the same thing with Alan? I think he hit his exact mark, right? I think to improve from here, he has to push things a great deal.
Okay, let's think of it as like how Joseph said it the last time. Like, even though his goal was tabletop, he wanted to hear how if he were to go into character level, what would our characters
No,
be?
because what he said is if I've made a mistake, and see, like, I don't think that there are mistakes here, right? I don't think that there's any, like, it all works, right? There's certainly nothing wrong with any of it, right?
Yeah.
And I think if he was going to change things, right? It's not small changes, right?
Yes.
At this point in time, he'd really, really have to push things, right? Like, for example, you know how he's got these nice little grey highlights. Like, I'm talking, because that's the problem once you step up to the next stage, right? Each step isn't like a small step. It's what exponential, right?
Okay.
So the thing is, right, I feel like drawing a graph, like, so
Time to bust out the paint tool.
I guess, do I even have paint?
Huzzah!
Alright, so I think this is our correct area, so here we go. Like, so this is a grey plastic model, right? And it looks fine, right? Single colour, right? And then, right, there's what do you call it? Battle ready, right? And then it's like, and you improve, right? But then there's like this big plateau, and like it's only sort of
kind of going up little bit.
Yeah. And so like that's E for effort. E. And this is I for increase, right? And that's the issue, right? So down here, right, when you get it to battle ready, right? Like there, that's a great place to cut off, right? And see, he's cut off like here.
Really?
Yeah, or like here.
Huh.
And like the thing is, if he wants to improve things, right, it's only just going to be like, you know, just the like it's one of those where when you go into the graph, right, it's like the cross section of this is like, and you know it's like that sort of thing, right? But then like once you zoom it out, you're like, oh, that's no different. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah, and like that's more or less what I was getting at. Like the level of effort that he'd have to put in to improve right here is just not worth the time, because he's hit his goal. He's apparently we're being attacked by the Germans.
The fridge.
Yes. The enemy.
The fridge is the enemy.
Yes, the enemy of my tummy. But yes, you know what? I'm gonna go on to the next
something that we know.
Oh no! You can
okay, okay. Now we are gonna do something, and I want to start doing this, and we're gonna start commenting on our own stuff. So for Henry's stuff, I want to talk about it, and for my stuff, I want you to talk about it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna answer the fridge's counterattack.
Honey,
you can talk to the people. Talk to the people.
Running away from critique. Anyway, it's well, yes, we all know it's Terrain Tuesday, and you know you're back at work after everyone's left. It doesn't matter what else gets in your way. You wake up tired. You still have to go to work. You still have to grind away. Why don't we take that kind of hardworking enthusiasm to hobbying? I would love if we could. I know one guy here does. And the thing is, it's a hobby. Enjoy it, but don't let it conquer you. Don't let come something big and scary.
Don't let. Oh no, I didn't say it. Don't let it.
Just keep going. You can finish that next project. You can get it done. About time I learned from example. Led from example, sorry. I have these trees I am getting done. The fences just need their bases done up and the posts done. And the rice packages just need their final varnish coat in matte so that they are a bit more indestructible. Well, let's take a look at them.
Okay. There they are.
Honey, well, I think you've done a good job in the colors that you've chosen for this set. This is from a Bushido. Yep. And I think you've chosen your references well for the bamboo fences. It really does look like bamboo, especially the variations. Like I've got one here because I've been helping you paint the
actual
the little bamboo part. The green parts in between, and it's a really pain in the bleep to do, because I keep getting over paint on the sides, and I don't like that happens. But you've done this sort of variation that it's very subtle. It's almost like a sort of a red brown. You can't even see it. It sort of shifts in the light, and then you've got that.
I think it's because you're turning it, and people can't see anything about what you're talking about. How about we move on, and you'll see it when it's a bit more later, more finished.
Okay, sure.
All right. It's totally not so that I can avoid being critiqued.
Honey! Okay. Can't do that. Rocket raccoon.
I will read it out then. Painting updated. Almost to the point of finished. Yeah, no, I can definitely see that.
Look at the kill.
Yes, I know. Indeed, look at the kill.
Oh, it's so many lines.
It's just like really well done, and you're like, so many lines.
It's so many. It makes me feel tired because knowing how much effort you put into making all those lines.
I know, right? I know, but that...
Honey.
I didn't mean to go there.
You have to stop. You have to stop.
Oh, look at that glow.
Oh, yeah.
That glow is fantastic. I really love the glow. But, yeah, the tartan, that's just... Oh, yes, just chef's kiss.
He did a stretched out fabric look.
Also,
too.
I think, you know how he was talking about how he's having trouble with non-metallic metal? Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like this right here is way better. And I think maybe the reason is because, like, he's just left some areas almost black, you know?
Yeah.
And then, you know, he's got those more sort of highlighted areas. I think that looks way better than what he was doing before. Like, it is, like he said, it's so close to being finished. And I think, wow, does it look good. It looks just...
I love the sort of green...
bands?
No, it's not the bands. That shading on the metal that he's done. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's so cool. Maybe it's like a dual tone metal that he's trying to achieve.
Or maybe it's the reflection from the green on the straps.
Yeah, but it wouldn't reach that far all the way to the center.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know, but it looks cool. I like it.
I know that it does contrast very well with the purple lights.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, like... that right there where the white comes in is just perfect. Like this guy is amazing.
Mm-hmm. I do think that the fur is looking quite glossy though.
You know what? You're not wrong.
I don't know if you... I mean, perhaps once you're finished, is this Alan's one, right? Alan?
Yes.
Alan, you could put a matte varnish over him and it'll fix that.
No, I don't. I think that's by design. I think he might be one of those silky doggos, you know, where you see them, and it's like, you know, her uses 15 different shampoos. Dog uses tongue.
Yes.
Yes.
It's Angela.
She is top contributor. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, recently we discovered this contributions thing, and I found out how much I've contributed.
Which is
20 points only.
Which is almost nothing.
Shut up. I don't know how this system works, and it upsets me. Anyway, repainted the unicorn mini I had. Yes, went with a grey Appaloosa look. I'm going to update the base too, but I only had like an hour to paint today. My daughter might get upset at it being different. Oh, but she looks beautiful. I said that she looks like a moon unicorn.
Moon horse, yes.
Moon horse.
That is what I decided.
Look at her. Look.
Moon horse.
I mean, like, look at the way that you've done the stippling. It looks just like horse fur.
We'll see, like, and also the other thing is a mate of ours owns horses, so we see that sort of...
Yeah. Like, it was my first time looking at horses in real life. No, actually, no. I've seen horses in real life.
Yeah, but, like, I don't think that you spent as much time with them, nor in as natural a setting. Like, it was like a petting zoo or something.
Yeah. Like, was not as accessible as, like, someone, raising horses and stuff. But, yeah, look at that. I would say the base could have been better.
Well, she did say that with the base that she didn't have the time. So that's how it used to look. And, like, it is... Wow, what a difference.
What a difference, yeah.
Yeah. It's like... what...
I think your daughter might be upset at first because she's like, oh, it's looking different now. But I think she'll grow to like it because it's so detailed and beautiful.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember those before and after. You know, I was going to say before Subway, but then there was an unfortunateness with it, with the Subway spokes. Okay, yes, now you can...
Okay, now I can use my words. Open picture, please.
Okay. Here, there's lots
No,
of text.
I already know what you say. I want to comment.
Okay. What do you want to comment on?
Open the picture. Stop being evasive. Okay, so I liked how you've used the colors here with your references, like I said before. That really matches like the bamboo coloring of
The rice packages.
rice packages. I know that we can't go into too much detail time-wise, but I guess the ropes might have been a different color if we had more time.
Okay.
What do you think?
No, because like if you see the actual so like I'm almost scared to type into here, but okay, I'm going to go to somebody else's. So boo. Sorry, no. Rice pure. What is rice purity? What are they called? Rice bundles. Bundles. Edo period. Yeah.
Right.
So when we
it's
So-
all just one thing.
yeah, it's all just one color, and like I looked at that
Okay.
and I was just like,
Fantastic.
I was like, I am not going to just paint a singular color and hand it to the client and be like, it's done, just like the reference. They're just like, psh, get that out of here.
Yeah, so like I love how you've done the dry brushing, and then I think you did some sort of a wash over it to really...
No. So this is mostly airbrush and dry brush. So like if you turn these things, because obviously you can't turn them here, but if you turn them, like they get much darker underneath. And I just tried to do some shadowing.
That looks good.
Because Alan's like, you need to push up that shadowing, and I'm like, okay, all right, Alan, and here's some trees.
Ooh, the trees. Yeah, and I liked that you chose the sort of matte finish with the variation of just the airbrush for the trees, because bonsai trees are very much like that.
And some mud patties.
Yes, and the
But
mud
they
patties.
do increase. But I think I had a bit of an accident with the super glue
It
here.
looks
and I fixed
it looks okay either way. Like part
But
of
yes, and yes. Then
Your
these
lanterns.
these are almost done.
They're
now.
almost done now.
Oh yeah, no, I think
Are they all done, actually?
Yeah, I think they just need that.
I do like the way we've done it, because
But yes, so you missed out on your opportunity to comment, and now we're on to Cage. They pop up again.
I don't want to say anymore.
Okay.
No painting going on this week, as enjoying a nice break, but am working on something hobby adjacent. Been playing around with the 3D modeling and whipped up this little storage box. Plan is tokens or dice in the main section, and the other tray as inlays for movement and range tools to sit nice and flush, but with handy little holes so you can push down to get them out much easier. Of course, it's for Shatterpoint. Okay, not bad for a first draft, and finding the software is becoming easier to use with time. Also, the keen-eyed among you might notice the holes on the corners to hold everything together with some tangents.
Magnets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like Cage's posts because he does these little innovative building stuff.
The one thing that I will say, right, is if you don't use this stuff for a long time, you will forget most of your skills.
Right.
So, like, still try and use it a bit now and then, because I remember, like, I was getting good at it at one point in time, and then I came back to it, and I was like, I
forgot.
I've got to open up this thing before I can get anything else done. And then my brain just went, no.
Ooh, look, it's that Lance. It's Lance.
Yes.
Not a great mini sculpt, but wanted a cleric or paladin type. A challenge when doing white, and not my best work, but it will serve on table. Back to slinging more paint around. I said that I like the way the face was done. The head and the face, like it's got a...
But yes, I do think the continual thing that I say for Lance is just, he needs to add something to the rest of the rim of his base, even if it's just sand, right? So I shouldn't say the rim of his base, the bottom of his base, right? And like just leave the rim clean, right? Because he adds tufts and that sort of thing, and it looks nice, that sort of thing, right? But it just looks so incomplete right? And like I think if he just added that, it would help fix up a lot of things.
I would say painting wise that he could explore more in terms of having more shading in it. And I do like that cream color. It's nice, but you might want to try a little bit of like shading, starting with dark to that nice cream color. Yeah, I think that would be something I would like to see improvement from Lance, which is more shading in his work. To bring out the volume of his models more.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
All right, so now
Ooh,
the trees are all done up. So now you can.
Now we can talk about the trees.
Yes.
I do. Oh no.
There.
Well, once it's all done, I just really think that it looks like a bonsai garden. And it just works for Bushido really well. And I think what you do very well is that you do a good amount of research into what your your commission is.
Yeah.
And you really put into effort to learn about the game a bit more so that you can actually know how to approach certain things in the gameplay.
To be fair, I haven't done as much research into the game, but I've only been making terrain thus far, and like for me, it's just been like all sort of like look at Edo period stuff, look at Japan stuff.
Yeah. I understand that, but usually I know that that's something that you do.
Yeah.
And for this one, I think the way that you have expressed the textures by choosing to do airbrushing and leave tonal variations with the airbrush really brings out the matte finish of bonsai wood, or the matte finish of a lot of Japanese architecture. The only time where you really see truly glossy things in Japanese culture is their lacquer boxes, which they take great pride in making lacquer boxes and lacquer craft. But everything else is very clean, crisp, precise, and matte. And I think that's why this really sold that feel. And I think you've done a good job in that. Yeah, I would say maybe the brightness and the vibrancy in the tree is a bit too bright, because even for bonsai tree highlights, it's a desaturated green.
Well, see, the thing is, I wasn't using the bonsai tree as a reference, but more the art. So in the art, and in reality, you'll actually find that when like light hits the canopy of a tree, like you'll get some really intense variations. But also the other thing is, right, like I do actually try and take feedback on board, right? And I have tried to sort of push that level of intensity with the colors a bit more. Like it's very subtle with the wood, very, very subtle, and also, I was trying to be quick, but that's about it. Yeah. So
overall, it comes together very nicely.
Well, I hope it does. Apparently, one person is shocked that this thing exists.
It's called WoW.
And Angela loves it, and everybody else accepts that this exists.
Ooh, Patrick has started on something. Starting a new unit, Halfling Aeronauts, printed from Mantic Vault.
I wonder if that means that what he's saying is that like Mantic is doing a printing service now.
I don't know. I don't know anything about these things.
Yeah, but I think like the thing is, what I like about seeing this sort of thing is seeing the various steps that people go through, right? And seeing that this is a whole hobby, right? These things don't come out
of nowhere.
Yeah. You have to start from somewhere. And this is me just saying how to make.
The old hammer stuff.
Yes, I will click this and then...
How do you feel?
That's all you need, right? Just that stuff there. And then you just get tree you like, make design, make cuts, glue trees, ground, fur stuff, tree. She's upset because I dismiss my own things.
Yes! How do you like making your very first tutorial style thingy, honey?
Oh, it's not my very first tutorial style thing. I've done other tutorial style.
You have.
But, like, I feel like this one's a lot more simplistic. And, like, often when I do stuff like this, I'm like, everybody knows how to do this sort of thing. It's not hard.
But people will read it and they're like, oh, I didn't know how to do that. And there's like, most times it is like that, you know?
Maybe. Alright, so finally, Joseph finished things off before. I think he is the last.
Oh my god, he's the last.
We can comment on things, and now I get to escape. So we've got Killmonger.
Look at that. Hey, does this guy have one of those like scarring?
Yeah, no. See, I'd say that's the only thing that's missing, the scarification.
Yeah.
But I mean, he may. Oh, what? No, too far. But maybe he didn't want to do that because it wasn't modeled on the model itself.
Maybe.
But
it might be nice, Joseph, if you decided to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if you wanted to push, that's what I'd do. The scarification. So I think that everything's acceptable here. I feel like his eyes are a massive improvement.
Oh yeah, definitely. Skin tone came out really good too.
I feel like the skin tone's a little flat. Yeah, I feel like it's a little flat. Like, that's the only thing I'd have to say.
I don't know.
It just doesn't have that.
Yeah, I guess you could say that from the front. You could use a little bit more definition.
But I think his eyes are massive improvement.
Yeah. Oh, look
so
at the Black Panther.
Here we've got, the Black Panther. I'm not sure how I feel about all of the steel on the face. Now, I know he does have like a sort of steel design on the face, but as far as I remember...
I think it's just because that steel is a bit too bright.
Yeah, but see, I think it's because that steel on the face is too bright, right? Like if he had a really dark metallic on the face, which almost matched the rest of the mask, I think it'd be all right. But I feel like that's definitely one of the things. I think the plain white eye's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. What else? Yeah.
It does. I'm sorry, Joseph. It doesn't quite work out, that one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. Like, this has been... I made a real mess of the silver on the head, didn't I?
Yeah.
Good news, though. It is, as it is so small.
I can't actually tell in person.
Yeah, well, okay. Maybe. You know what would be good? Is putting a thumb next to it. Is there a fly there?
Who knows?
Okay.
Flies get into everything.
Yes, they do. Well, that's because we're out bush.
I do like the strong contrast of the colors choices. I just could push the shadows a bit more. I think that's why it's a bit...
I just don't think I like this character, like, as a person.
Oh, okay.
Like, and like, I think for me, like, with that, I'm just like, go away.
It is Shuri, isn't it? It's his sister.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Oh, you don't?
No, because she's so bratty and know-it-all.
Really?
Yeah, and, like, she, I think, becomes the new Black Panther.
I know that. I think she does.
And, oh, what a mess. What a mess. Like, you defeat the Mexican by... because he's a wetback, you've got to dry out his back. Like, oh my god, who wrote that script?
Oh, well. What do you think of, like, any improvements here? I would say shading for the yellow.
I like the shading. I think the shading's good. But I feel like the black doesn't have enough shading. I feel like the skin could have more contrast too. You know, it's that deep brown. You know, like just. You know, like I look at that and I'm just like, oh no, don't give a bit more vibrancy.
Oh well. Well, we'll have to see. Oh, this one looks just like the movie.
Yes, she does. I liked her in the movie, even though it was silly, but I liked it. But I like the gold. He's really stepped up his gold.
Yeah, he has.
Like, I think the gold looks so much better. Like, you can see it right here with, like, that extreme dark. Mm-hmm. And it's got the very sort of comic book style here where it's just, like, shaded one side and then just,
completely bright the other. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the eyes are so much better, aren't they?
Yeah, look at it. It's looking directly at you.
And, like, I feel like the shading's slightly better here.
Yeah, on the brows you can see it.
Yeah. But, I mean, maybe... That's because he felt he had more surface area.
Perhaps, yeah.
But, like, I feel like it could just be pushed that much more. Like, I know that, like, Nigerian level dark skin is always difficult to do. Because, like, it almost feels like it absorbs the light, you know, rather than reflects it. But, yeah, just... I really love everything about this one. Like, I feel like... This is sort of the inverse of the Black Panther. You got everything right here, or like the majority of things right here. So like, I like it.
Oh, the hug! Oh, look at that! All that definition.
Yeah, and I like the vein here.
It looks very natural. The vein too.
Yeah. Like it feels like I know that this is a slightly bigger model. That is a big dirty.
Mold line.
Yeah. I probably would have tried to fix that one up. You know, but yeah, like I feel like you can feel where the sunlight's hitting and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, because you can see how in some areas it's so much brighter and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like this I feel is just everything. Everything's fantastic. Not Mr. Fantastic, because this is the Hulk. But perfect. Yeah, especially like the veins popping out here and down here, right? Like, it just feels so natural, even though it's, you know, in this comic book style. Like, you look at the expression here, right? And it's so sort of, like, ridiculous. But then, like, you've got, like, that kind of thing to back it up. And it sort of has a symmetry.
Yeah. Veins are very difficult to do, especially making it look very natural. And I think that's why I'm really impressed with this.
Yeah.
Because he really managed to get it down pat.
Mm-hmm. And
then, a house!
A very British house.
A very British house made from cardboard.
So you know how it's British. It's because all of the windows are shattered.
And the chimney.
Along with their dreams.
The chimney is very brick.
Yes.
Lots of bricks and tiles and
I'm going to get into a lot of trouble for my racial commentary on the British here.
The newsagents and Coca-Cola.
I wonder who did these cardboard cutout buildings. They're quite nice.
Look, there's even a printed dumpster back there. Yeah. That's nice.
The way you say it. Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, they were both pizza boxes not so long ago. Interesting.
Wait, how did you do it?
I guess he must have printed out some sheets and like glued them onto it.
You must have a very good printer, my friend.
Maybe.
Because like you can't.
Or maybe he has patience.
No, it's the printer's capability on whether or not it can even handle cardboard going into it.
No, he's like See, look.
Oh, he printed paper and pasted it on. Yeah. I'm so dumb.
Look, I don't abuse my wife. She does it for herself. But yeah, so I think all of that's really good. I really like that. Just
I wonder what you're doing with these British houses and shops.
It's for it's for much costly prices.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh.
But yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I think that wraps us up, and I'd like to say congratulations, everyone, on getting everything done, and thank you so much for last week. That was a big help.
Yeah.
Showing everything off. It was a very big week for us, and we're still recovering, to be honest, and we're getting back into the flow of things. I just really... I can't use my words properly, but what I would like to say is I've got a lot of gratitude for you guys. And here's the thing. We're about to hit June. So June, July, I wanted to hit 150 members.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? So we've almost doubled our members since then, right? I think. Or no. I think we got to 50... and that's when I set the next target for 150, and I think that we've done really well. But what I like is we have retained the spirit, which I like. And see, that's the main thing, right? Often as you grow, that spirit will sort of fade away. But here's the thing, right? We're not looking for just big number. What we are looking to do is share a space with people who have a similar point of view to us. And I say us, right? Because, sure, I've posted some things this week, more than usual, right? But it's not me who makes this place. It's Joseph, and it's Patrick, and, it's Lance, and it's Cage, and it's everyone else here. Yes, Angela, you're everyone else.
Because she's top contributor.
Yes. But, it is everyone here, right? It's not just me. It's not just Sunny. It's not just these recordings, right? These recordings only happen because you guys are doing stuff, right? If you guys don't post up your stuff... these recordings will get very short very quickly.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you showed off your stuff, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. And what I love is this. Seeing the end. Justin's been working on this for what, a month, 2 months?
Maybe.
And... seeing the end of a journey, seeing it come to a conclusion, having that saga-like feeling, it's
all come together.
Yeah, it's like the Lord of the Rings, right? If you just watch that bit at the end where, Frodo gets up and mouths everybody's name except for Legolas because he can't remember who he is. It's not going to be worth a damn unless you've had that saga to build it up, right? It's like watching a TikTok, or a YouTube short, right? It might be fun, but it's ephemeral. But this is fantastic. I'm never going to forget this guy, right? Or, I'll remember him when I'll be old and grey. Do you remember Justin?
Justin something.
So it was before I had the Britification surgery, you see.
Oh, God. Okay, I think Henry's bedtime is coming up soon, so we should.
Then we had agreed to the Britification surgery together. It was because you decided that you wanted to be colonized.
No. Okay, everybody, it's time for the catchphrase.
Alright, guys. Keep those brushes wet. Bye.